Hello there, my name is Jeff, and welcome to episode 76 of the Game Sharks podcast, where we talk about our favorite thing in the world, vaccinations. We did it. The world's, back to normal.
Getting there.
I ate in a restaurant.
Sort of.
Kind of. We're getting there.
Kind of.
I ate in a restaurant without... I've been entering buildings without masks.
Right, yeah, and now I have my first head cold in over a year and a half, thank you.
That's true. That was the best part. Is I didn't get actually just normal sick. But I think I got normal sick from my foster daughter. I
definitely would have put at least
me.
some blame on not wearing masks around.
Yeah.
Other diseases still exist. COVID
no.
is not exclusive to protection from masks.
I don't disagree.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
Yeah, I used to get a monster head cold every semester I went back to school, and I am fully expecting to return full force when I teach in person again.
yeah,
The trickiest part about this is I think a lot of people are going to realize that wearing masks normally is a good thing because it just prevents you from getting sick normally, regardless of COVID. But all of the COVID haters are going to berate them so much for still wearing masks because that's how they operate.
You said the phrase all the COVID haters. Are you implying that there's anyone out there that doesn't hate COVID? They're like, yeah,
you know what I
love
meant.
COVID.
You know what I mean. I mean the people who think that COVID is fake
You
or
mean the
have
vaccine haters.
Yes, that.
Gotcha.
That's the more accurate.
Anyways,
Yeah.
A little more accurate.
We're on our way back to normal, and it's pretty nice. We've discussed going back and recording the podcast in person again, but it would require a lot of money to get the setup to do what we've been doing with video on YouTube and streaming on Twitch and stuff like that.
Money that I think would be well spent. I think that'd be really fun.
I think so, but are you going to give me that money?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll chip in. Absolutely.
Thousands of dollars?
Over time.
Exactly. So it might be a while.
I'll start putting my change in a jar.
I'll tell you what, Andrew, you donate your computer to the cause. Buy me a 3080, and then we'll talk.
A 3080? Yeah, okay.
And video games. Joining me this week, we have Adam.
Hello.
And we have Andrew.
Hey.
No one else was able to join us. Jose and Tikon were busy. Tikon last second bailed on us. Even though
Derek. You mean Derek.
Derek, sorry. Even though this is the episode for him, if he was here.
He's missing it.
This is a big week. We'll get into that later.
I get it.
Our main topic for this week is going to be we're in it. Today was the beginning of Summer Games Fest, so Jeff Keighley's E3, I guess, and it goes immediately into E3 traditional. So we got about 5 to 6 days of pure insane video game announcements, and this was day one. It was a pretty big day for day one. A couple really big things, a couple smaller things that I'm interested in, and then some pointless stuff. You know, the usual press show announcement slate.
The usual spattering of everything random.
Exactly. So we will discuss that in full in the later part of the episode. But we're going to start off this episode how we like to start it off, and that's with an email.
What?
This email comes in from a new friend of mine. His name is Michael Hartley. He said, "Hi all. I've recently discovered your podcast and I am really enjoying it. I know at least one of you has said that they are a Madden gamer. Not sure about the rest. I sold my Xbox One a year ago and had exclusively been playing Switch. I don't regret this decision except for being able to play Madden. However, I have heard rumors that Madden 22 will be coming to the Switch and may be announced at EA Play Live in July. I also think it may make sense to be announced at E3. I am just wondering what thoughts you all have on this subject, and if you think it is true, will it only be on the Switch Pro? Parentheses, I would not want to buy a new system." So, what do we think? Do we think we're going to get Madden 22 coming to the Switch this year?
Are there currently any other Madden games on Switch?
I don't believe any of the Madden games have come to Switch so far.
I'm not sure. I'm not really a fan of those myself.
Yeah, no. Adam, you're the biggest football fan in general. I haven't played a Madden game since Madden 99 on my PS1.
I've never played a Madden game.
I had one for the Wii ages ago that my dad liked to play.
Oh, really?
It's like one of the few things I got him to play. Yeah, they're fun. Yeah, they can be.
Yeah, it's a fun sports sim. I think the Madden games do a very good job being a football.
Yeah, if
sim.
you're gonna play a sports sim, I think Madden are among the better ones.
For sure.
NBA 2K is pretty good too. I mean, I guess it depends on what sport you like.
Yeah, exactly.
That's very true.
It really does depend.
Except don't play FIFA.
I personally don't think that Madden will come to the Switch unless we get a Switch Pro. And then it may do the streaming to the normal Switch or cloud service to the normal Switch Pro require kind of thing,
Mm-hmm.
I just
just
think
needs a
the Switch
little
is
bit of a
powerful
boost.
enough. I feel
mean,
like
NBA 2K is already on Switch.
I guess that's a good point. I know.
Like,
And
it's
I would
doable.
say those games are pretty comparable power wise. So I guess it just depends on how much further the relationship between EA and Nintendo goes.
Yeah. I know initially EA was like, seems like people don't like our games on the Switch, but then they're doing things like putting FIFA 18 and 19 on Switch, but 19 is the exact same game and the only thing they change is the number. So yeah, EA is kind of weird with their sports games on Switch. They definitely have to be dumbed down to be able to perform on the Switch. So I don't know. I feel like this could go either way, but I personally don't think it's going to happen. Although they would make money. It's just about them evaluating, okay, the amount of effort we have to put in to downgrade it for the Switch, will we make that back plus some by actually putting it on the Switch?
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Thank you for the email, Mike. It was good to hear from you, and we hope that we get to hear from you more in the future. All right, let's move into our news for the week. So last week I had talked about that strange letter that Andrew got in the mail with all of the alien text and how it was going to be a sweet ARG and everyone was excited about it. And then the general consensus was like, oh yeah, this is going to be a Fortnite thing. Well, turns out it was a Fortnite thing. Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 7 is all about alien invasions. Yeah, I don't really care to talk.
We have Rick and Morty content.
Yeah, Rick and Morty and Superman are coming. So there's that.
Yeah.
It's weird enough as it is.
Yeah. Fortnite has surpassed Super Smash Brothers as the greatest crossover game of all time. Sucks, but it's true.
Yeah, I mean,
it depends on what lens you're looking at it from.
Like widest ranging crossover, I'll give it that.
Yes.
Yes, Fortnite pulls from so many aspects of popular media, whereas Smash is a video game celebration. But I think that it's like they're doing different things better, because Fortnite, all the characters are skins, right? Whereas
everyone's
Smash,
doing the same thing still.
In Smash, every character is a representation of that character's source material in moveset and art and animation. Basically, in all capacities, every Smash character that releases is filled to the brim with detail.
Yeah.
That I think that it is like it's on the same level as Fortnite in a different area.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I agree.
Yeah.
I think Smash is more interesting, but Fortnite is a wider net, like you said, Adam. So, well said, Andrew. Well said. All right, let's talk about chicken nuggets. I don't know.
My God, not
did
this.
you see this, both of you?
I did. See
How could you miss this?
So on eBay, a chicken nugget that was sold in the shape of one of the Among Us crew members, vaguely. Sold for almost $100,000. It was someone had just happened to get a chicken nugget from McDonald's that looked like someone from Among Us, like one of the guys. That's the end of the story. It's kind of dumb.
People will spend money on anything.
It came in a vacuum sealed bag, although I'm pretty sure McDonald's nuggets will just naturally last forever anyways.
Yeah. It wasn't going to go bad.
I mean, yeah, it's an imposter meat.
I see what you did there.
That was good.
And I hate you for it.
I don't know if you had that planned coming in or if you just thought of that. That was pretty
I thought
good.
of it like a minute ago.
That's pretty good. I like that. Yeah,
I would not
people
have.
are psychopaths.
Yeah.
Apparently, the bidding started at 99 cents.
Wow.
And after 184 bids, got to $100,000.
So it only took 184 people?
It was actually
it was probably less people.
$99,997.
Yes, it was $3 short of 100,000. Because like, what fool would pay $100,000 for that chicken nugget? Idiots.
Sorry,
Well,
9,000.
so all you're telling me is
998 is my cap.
so really what you're telling me is all I have to do to pay off my student loans is go find an obscure piece of food shaped like a video game character, and I'm set.
But it can't be any video game character. It has to be Among Us or Fortnite.
If you get a chicken nugget to do the Fortnite dance, you might be in business.
Which
Noted. I got to take a note of
it
that.
could, because it might still be alive.
All right, let's talk about Overwatch for a second. Overwatch 2,
Yes.
The hype is slowly starting to build for that game. There, every month or so, we're getting a little bit more detail on Overwatch 2. But for now, traditional Overwatch 1 is getting crossplay between PC, Xbox, Switch, and PlayStation, which is really cool. This is the first non-free-to-play game that has crossplay among all 4 platforms, I think.
Is it?
Am I wrong in saying that?
I don't know. I have no idea.
No
I
idea.
I wasn't even considering not free to play games. Knockout City did it first,
Oh, that's true. I guess that did
which is
have.
technically not a free game.
I get.
I've never considered whether or not the game is free or not. It
Yeah.
feels like a pointless stat like they do in basketball.
I guess that's true. So yeah, this is really cool. Nothing incredibly extensive to talk about here, but I'm assuming Overwatch 2 will launch with crossplay among all the platforms. It would just make sense at this point.
One could assume.
We could hope.
Yeah.
I wish this was implemented way earlier though, because maybe it would have allowed me to get back into Overwatch with friends who don't play it on PC.
Yeah, that was always tricky. So like, if you had anyone that wanted to play, and you're like, "Well, I play on PC," and they're like, "What's a PC?" No,
yeah,
what's
I
a PC?
I had a friend who was like Diamond on Xbox, and she wanted to play with me, but I was like, I play on PC, and she was like, oh well, I'm not as good on that. So,
all right, here we go. Let's talk about Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart comes out tomorrow. I don't know about you, but I pre-downloaded it onto my console, I think yesterday.
I have not done that yet.
Reviews are coming out, and it's looking pretty good. I think on Fantasy Critic right now, it's currently the highest rated game out of all the games.
By 1 point.
By 1 point, it's out at 89, beating out Monster Hunter Rise, which was 88.
And It Takes Two.
And It Takes Two also had an 88. Ratchet and Clank is on my team, so there we go. But yeah, the one thing I wanted to talk about, because obviously I think we're all going to play this, or except for Adam doesn't have a PS5, so he can't. Sorry, Adam.
Darn.
But we're going to play this over the next week and talk about it 2 weeks from now.
2 weeks from now.
Because next week is our E3 extravaganza. But apparently, there is a gun in the game that teleports objects from other PlayStation games into the game.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty nutty.
Yeah, the weapon's called the Rhino 8, and it's basically a dimension warping gun. Some of the things that you can see is the Thunderjaw from Horizon Zero Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
And then also apparently stuff from Sunset Overdrive can be launched in the game. I haven't looked into. I don't want to look too deep into it because I want to be surprised with what does appear. But it is stuff from other Sony games, which is kind of cool.
Yes. Yeah.
Now talk about crossover.
One of the coolest parts about Astro's Playroom was that it was filled with little Sony nuggets from and very obscure references too to franchises that you probably wouldn't even expect Sony to remember. And so I hope that we see some surprises with this, maybe some deep pulls.
Yeah, it could be really cool. Like I said, I intentionally didn't look too far into it because I want to be surprised. I want to see something crazy pop up. Like, I don't know if just the Leviathan axe shoots out of the gun at some point and just cuts a bunch of people.
Right.
Like, that'd be crazy. But
or maybe the head of Mimir.
Exactly.
That would be even better.
Bouncing around.
I would love that. All right. We got an announcement. Battlefield 2042 has been officially announced, and it is coming in October. I wish T-Con or Derek was here to talk about this, but neither of them were able to show up. I don't have a ton about this to say. My only thing that I know is that we promised Brett and Austin over at the Inner Gamer podcast that we would play the next Battlefield. So we are obliged to play it.
I plan to uphold that.
So yeah, DICE has announced it. It's Battlefield 2042. It's going to be 64 players for the multiplayer, and it is
Well, technically 128 players, 64 v 64.
Oh, sorry, yes, per team. Thank you. And they're describing it as player versus environment. So they're
Yes.
saying there's a lot of like catastrophic environmental events happening, monsoons,
Tornadoes. I bet you we're gonna see like a volcano eruption or a tsunami.
lightning storms, stuff like that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
basically, the environment is one of the big things with Battlefield is its
Maybe
destructive
a meteor.
maps. Meteor? Its destructive maps is a big feature of the Battlefield games. So having the environment and the elements destroying the map alongside the players destroying the map is kind of the new twist that they're taking on it.
Mhm.
It takes place in the year 2042, so expect near future stuff, not crazy far future stuff like some of the Call of Duties have done in the past, but like a near future. Maybe some crazy drones and stuff of the such. I've personally never played a Battlefield. Andrew, I know you haven't. Adam, I highly doubt you have.
I have not.
But I'm excited to give it a try. I know Tikon was saying he's super excited for it.
Absolutely.
He's our resident FPS player. So maybe the next time he comes on, he'll be able to talk more about it. They only just kind of did a reveal the other day, and they're planning on showing much, much more at the EA Play Live showcase in July.
I thought they also announced that the gameplay reveal is coming on Sunday.
Oh, is it?
Did they?
Yeah, and
Okay.
at the end of that trailer, they said gameplay reveal on June 13th.
Oh, cool. Okay, I missed that
Unless
part.
it said July 13th, in which case I'm a big dumb dummy.
That's possible because I know for a fact that they're going to show it at EA Play Live, which is in July. But the first direct gameplay will be shown on June 13th as part of E3. So good catch there. I had missed that part.
Yeah. It's so weird that they had to, and the trailer was 5 minutes long too, and it was all just cinematic soldiers fighting each other with little details that I'm sure only Battlefield fans will have noticed. Like, I was reading comments about the vehicles they were driving and like the tornado, obviously, that showed up like halfway through. But to me, from an outside perspective, it just felt needless, and I'm like, why couldn't you have made this 2 minutes and directly led into gameplay instead of doing a pre-announcement to your gameplay reveal? I don't know, because this doesn't really sell me on the game. I want to actually see it in action.
I mean, for a lot of people
I know it's going to
waiting-
be mostly the same as every other Battlefield game.
Yeah. Unfortunately, none of us are remotely close to Battlefield experts, so we don't have much to say on this. So sorry to everyone out there who wanted us to go in depth about Battlefield. We're not the right people, but I still wanted to pick it up.
We'll wait until after we know more.
Yes, and that's it for news. It's pretty light.
You don't want to talk about Xbox?
Oh, I forgot the Xbox thing.
The Xbox thing?
How did I not open that? Is it not in the dock? There it is. Oops. We have one more piece of news. The Xbox thing. We've heard rumblings of this and like that this is the general idea of what Microsoft wants to do and Xbox wants to do going forward. But they basically confirmed today that Phil Spencer said that they are planning on having the Xbox ecosystem, including Game Pass, be a part of things like thumbsticks that you plug into the back of TVs or just having it installed directly into TVs, similar to how some TVs come with Amazon Prime and Netflix and Hulu pre-installed on them. Like my controller to my TV has a Netflix button. A lot of TVs have that. So going forward, this might become a thing where TVs just have Xbox Game Pass built into it, and there's the Xbox ecosystem automatically built into it. And you're going to have to buy a TV. I was going to say you have to buy a TV with like a terabyte hard drive, but that's not true because it's all going to be streaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't even need that. It's kind of nuts.
Yeah, this is part of like the Xbox Cloud service. So here we go. Here's a bunch of bullet point hot takes, not hot takes, but bullet point statements. Xbox is working with TV manufacturers to build Xbox experiences directly into internet-enabled TVs with only an extra controller required to play. This would presumably use game streaming services rather than seeing games stored on the TV hard drive. Xbox will also build streaming device for cloud gaming, which will allow players to play Xbox games on TVs or monitors without the need for a console. Later this year, cloud gaming will be added to Xbox consoles and Xbox app on PC, meaning that you can play games before you buy and download them. This could also mean that you could begin playing games while they're downloading. Xbox Cloud Gaming in a browser will soon be open to Xbox Game Pass Ultimate members support Chrome, Safari, and Edge. That's the one I'm most excited for. So I can just open any Chrome browser on any of my devices and just start playing some of my Xbox games.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be
nuts.
insane.
I hope it just works better than Stadia.
I imagine it would. It'll probably be similar to Stadia, just have more care behind it from Microsoft.
Yeah.
Because, it seems like Google's half-assing their whole video game venture, where Xbox is like, okay, we fucked up last generation. It's time to make good and do everything absolutely perfectly so we win all of our fans back. And they're doing it. I was a lapsed Xbox fan. I was a huge fan of the 360, and then I had no interest in the Xbox One generation, but I'm all in on Xbox again now in the Series X era. So that's exciting stuff for the future of Xbox. Now, if only they had games. Hopefully.
I think they will.
We'll see what happens on Sunday for them, right? Sunday's the big day.
Yeah. Well, I believe it was Jason Schreier said that Starfield is getting revealed at E3, and it was going to have a late 2022 release date.
Mm-hmm.
So
we'll see. I'm still hoping for this year.
That's one game.
Halo.
A year and a half from now. Halo 2.
2 games.
Two whole games.
2 whole games. All right. That is all we have for the news. Does anyone have any new or interesting games that they've started playing or have gotten deeper into that they want to talk about?
Like an hour ago, Andrew got me to play Knockout City for the first time.
What are your thoughts on it?
Surprisingly satisfying gameplay.
Right? It's really fun.
I did not really expect that, but it is a lot of fun. Although we got our butts handed to us, but
it had a surprising amount of depth that I didn't expect.
It does.
To have.
It really does. But hey, it's fun.
Yeah.
Not much more I can say about it. I played one match, so.
Truly.
I beat the first boss in Returnal.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
then I went to the second biome, and there was a dead body on the ground, and it said, do you want to redeem or sacrifice or something along those lines? And I hit redeem, and then I fought a big scary monster that killed me, and I was really mad about it because I was like, I didn't know this is what this was going to do.
It's a roguelike. It's trial and error.
And that was my criticisms about it 2 weeks ago, where the game's too long. The runs are too long for that kind of trial and error. It's like, well, there goes an hour and a half. And
I never encountered that feature.
No,
I never once saw like a possessed scout or like a past body of Celine that tried to kill me. I never found any dead bodies.
Really?
Yeah, never happened to me.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if I just wasn't connected to network features or anything, but it just never came up.
It was really frustrating that happened
Really?
to me. Yeah, because I was like, this is a really good run. I'm going to finally get to explore the second biome. And I died in the first. It wasn't even a room. It's just like the open area at the start of the second biome. And I just died.
Yeah.
I was really mad about it. I haven't touched it since.
The good news is that you don't have to beat the boss again to go to the second.
So do I just go?
You just go to the gateway.
The gateway's just always open?
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my only update there. It's fun.
Sweet.
I like the game. We'll see if I keep chipping away at it. I have Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade came out today.
It's true.
So I'm planning on playing through that in its entirety again. Probably after Ratchet and Clank.
And the intermission.
And the Yuffie DLC. So make sure if you're out there and you're going to play Intergrade that and you got a free upgrade from Final Fantasy VII Remake PS4, that you have the correct version selected when you go to play it. There's 3 dots next to the play button on the home screen. And if you are playing the PS5 version, when you click on those 3 dots, you'll see the option for the PS4 version. If you see the option for the PS5 version, that means you're currently selected the PS4 version. So make sure you swap. Apparently they fixed the door textures, which I'm very excited about.
Ooh.
Do you remember that when you went to Cloud's apartment and the door was just this like blank slate of like
No.
It just had no detail to it. It was the weirdest thing.
Do not remember that.
Yeah, I pointed that out when we first started talking about it over a year ago. But yeah, I'm excited to hop into that and Ratchet and Clank in the coming weeks. What about you, Andrew? What do you got?
Well, in preparation for Rift Apart, I played a good 5 or so hours of the 2016 Ratchet and Clank. I believe previously I had only played for a little bit, so I didn't really have a good read on the game loop as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
But after playing through a decent chunk of it, it's really fun. It's hard for me to, I think, fathom how, like, I guess, different that the new one is going to be. But like, I feel like just the little improvements that they are going to make in Rift Apart are going to like be very telling. It like from what I hear is that they took all of the right lessons in Rift Apart from the 2016 one.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes me even more excited for Rift Apart. The gameplay is super solid in this one. It's very, very addicting because you have a number of weapons, and every time you like do damage with the weapons, you're like building an EXP bar for that weapon, and when you get it to level 5, it upgrades permanently, and all the weapons are really cool. So that was it. It's a pretty simple game, all things considered. It's like it's a pretty basic third-person shooter, but
yeah. It's like a character platformer, but a shooter.
Yeah.
Kind of.
It's whetting my appetite for Rift Apart, which comes out tomorrow.
Very excited.
I do also want to kind of talk about the last week or two of Smash.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Like so at where Jeff and I work, we recently hired some new field techs and an intern for the summer, and like the intern for the summer walks in on the second day, and Jeff goes, "You play Smash?" And he goes, "Yeah, I play Smash. I also used to play League of Legends." And so him and two of our field techs have been playing Smash with us on lunch. So we moved out of our office back to the lunchroom upstairs. I brought in my 55-inch, so we have a larger screen to play on, and it's been very refreshing playing against new people.
Yes.
And it gives us the opportunity to put some of our knowledge to the test because we are like teaching them things because like they're way worse than us.
Yeah, the two of them are very bad. I said, "Hey, why aren't you teching when you hit the ground?" And one of them goes, "What's a tech?" But the intern, he knows stuff, but he just hasn't been refined. He's pretty good.
Yeah.
He's decent.
It's like he understands how like competitive Smash is played and how competitive fighting games are played. Like he understands the concept of neutral, but he still has that like frat house mentality where like he only plays on Final Destination. No legal stages of platforms, which is a very big part of competitive Smash. And he, I think, doesn't he's where we were before I started watching competitive Smash, Jeff, where he like understands what every character does, understands all their movesets, and understands how to play. He just doesn't know what are the best options for his characters.
Yeah, he doesn't.
So like he's not going for setups. He's just using raw fundamentals, but he's pretty good.
Yeah.
He took a couple games off me legit today with his doc.
Did he?
Yeah,
nice.
He beat. Well, I'd say he beat my Mewtwo super legit. Like he was up 3 stocks to 1 at one point. Wow. And the second game, I killed myself 2 times on Roy at like 45%. Goodbye, Adam.
We lost Adam. That's all right. Welcome to this episode of the Super Cast Bros.
Adam, where we talk about Super Smash Bros. Which is very funny that happened to be exactly what we were talking about. Adam was like, "Yeah, I don't want to be a part of this anymore."
Yeah. I've been enjoying. I feel like you've been in a real rut lately, and this is a good chance for you to reinvigorate. You're starting to pick up Diddy Kong, which we both agree is a cracked ass character and he's insane, but he's so fun to play. Playing around
He's
the
very
banana.
satisfying.
The
banana is a very interesting mechanic because it's like an item, but it kind of breaks the game because it causes tripping.
But your opponents can also play around it. Your opponents can
Yeah.
catch the banana and use it against you too. So it adds.
Welcome back to the Game Sharks podcast.
I feel like it's a totally balanced thing, and it's just fun to play around. It's so unique. There's only a handful of characters that have interactable items. You have Rob Gyro, but that doesn't stick around very long. Who else has interactable items? Peach has turnips, but again, as soon as those hit the ground, they're gone. Whereas Diddy Kong's banana can sit on the ground. Once you throw it once,
Snake,
it'll sit there. Snake has grenades, but yeah.
And C4. But
yeah, it's really.
But
fun.
yeah, I mean, I had it's fun because I have been, I think, it like shown a light on myself about like, because it's something that I knew the whole time, but it's never really something that I like said because in the moment I just complain about shit. But it's like I've just haven't been playing smart, and when I play against them, I also don't play smart. So the reason that they seem to do better against me, and now they have this like they definitely do not view us as equals.
They think I'm much better than you, which isn't necessarily the case.
No,
we just have very different play styles, and I think my play style favors worse players playing against worse players.
Exactly. And like, because I am very much not really thinking and just going in all the time trying to hit them with moves, trying to mash at them, but they're also mashers. So like like with Doc, for example, like Mark can beat me with Doc because he, like, if we go to trade in the air, most of the time I'm going up with like a Greninja forward air or like a Mewtwo nair or something. But his Doc Nair is already out, and that's a lingering hitbox that comes out pretty quick. So he'll beat me with that. So I tend to take a lot more percent than I would because I'm just not playing smart.
Yeah. Whereas my method tends to be very slow and controlled, dissecting my opponent, learning their patterns before making actions. So, and when they're not mechanically sound, it's easier to dismantle them. So But yeah, it's been really fun playing with new people. We've always I've always said, I was like, Andrew and I are the best Smash players I know, and I've never played with anyone better than us, so I have no concept of how good we are. And I know we're not like top tier Smash players, but apparently we're pretty decent.
Yeah, like I bet if we just shored up our mistakes, or even I bet we could be top 20 in the state. Like maybe in right now, possibly.
Maybe
there's
really cool.
potential there.
There is for sure. I would love to try to go to tournaments in the future, but who knows with how crazy my life currently is.
Yeah.
My sister-in-law just texted me. So maybe you guys can answer this question. Do you know what video game is anime and has a girl character who basically only wears black and white and has black hair? I can't.
You have no idea how little that narrows it down.
Yeah, what's that meme? Like, you have no idea how little that helps.
I just said it. You have no idea how little that narrows it down.
Yeah.
I'm having some.
What did you say? Wears black and white and has black hair?
A girl character who basically
anime game.
Yeah, only wears black and white and has black hair. I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
It feels vaguely familiar, but then again, that's not exactly a super unique descriptor.
It's not Nier Automata, right? Because 2B has white hair.
Oh, 2B does have white hair.
Because that's the first thing that I thought
of. That does sound like 2B.
Maybe they mean at Final Fantasy 15, but they think Noctis is a girl.
The thing is, she doesn't know a lot of video games, so like I feel like I just said, "Is it 2B from Nier Automata?" And she's probably like, "Who the fuck is that?"
Yeah.
Quickly before we move on to our main topic, because you're done with what we've been playing, right, Andrew? That's about it. We have someone in chat who has something we want to discuss real quick. This is DarkSage9117, and they said, I am in the minority, but I feel more futuristic and modern day settings do not work for Battlefield. I believe World War II is the best setting to stay in for a while. Historical games, to me, allow me to connect with the characters in a way a game like Battlefield Hardline never would, because I had family who was in World War II. And yes, while the setting has been done to death, I feel there is so much more potential in the setting than 2042. I understand and can agree one setting for a long time gets stale and the times come to try something new, but this idea with World War II has been done to death and I disagree. I feel now is a perfect time to do something else in the setting and tell new stories about the have-not seen in the Pacific or Italian theater, and move away from the modern day and futuristic settings these new games are going to. I actually totally agree. I think Battlefield, granted I've never played the Battlefield games, but I could definitely see the Battlefield just sticking to older settings, World War I, World War II, Cold War, stuff like that, just because Call of Duty has dabbled in future stuff, and I feel like to little success. And I feel like there are so many shooters out there that are doing the future stuff. You have Halo, you have Titanfall as two really big examples. Why not stick to what you know and what has been working great for you? People love the Battlefield games that take place in the past, and I feel like first-person shooters that take place in the past are becoming few and far between. So if you are one of the big names in the genre still, you should stick to that. I definitely see what Dark Sage is saying here, and I kind of agree with them. Obviously, they have their personal reasons for wanting to be in the past, but as a general thought, I like the idea of it still being older. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I entirely disagree. I would much prefer games take this route and go near future, far future. I liked Black Ops 3 with the wall running and the sliding, and the futuristic stuff. I never played Advanced Warfare, so I don't know about that. And I know Infinite Warfare got into a lot of space stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I've seen a million World War II games, and they all look the exact same to me. I think that the most interesting ones are ones like the rumored Call of Duty World War II game that's upcoming, where it's going to pose, hypothetical what if scenarios of like, what if World War II never ended? Play with your video game nature and make a false history to actually make it more interesting than just you're in the 1940s, because I think from a pure mechanical standpoint, like, it's not that interesting to me. I like when the near future allows for some creativity, some brainstorming on what the possibilities could be. Because I think that, just sticking to the past, that's just, it feels to me like the most standard first-person shooter that can be, because it's just people and guns, and I feel like that kind of game has been done a lot already.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. But like I was saying...
This is coming from somebody who does not play first-person shooters.
Yeah. I think the fact that so many other games do the crazy future thing and are doing all this stuff, it's nice to have one franchise stick to that. And I like the idea that you have alternate past, where a past where Hitler didn't lose the war and you're still fighting World War II, but it's in, I don't know, the early 70s. It went on that long or something weird like that,
Yeah.
Do stuff like that. That could be really cool.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I want that kind of stuff. That sounds really interesting.
Yeah, that could be an interesting middle ground. But yeah, thank you for the discussion, Dark Sage. That was nice. Do you guys want to take a break before we go into our main topic? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'd go for a break.
Okay.
Yeah, same.
All right, guys. We are going to take a break then, and then when we come back, we are going to get into our main discussion topic of Summer Games Fest. Okay, everybody. We have returned, and we are now going to discuss everything that was announced in Jeff Keighley's Summer Game Fest kickoff live 2021.
So this is like the pre-E3 show.
So this is Jeff Keighley's doing his own thing called Summer Game Fest, and it's basically this happened last year and E3 didn't happen, so he kind of is like standing his ground and being like, I'm going to keep doing this. Why not?
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
basically
fun. It worked.
2 E3s in a row, kind of. Anyways, we got a lot of really cool announcements here. So we're going to take this time to kind of go over each of the announcements and talk about how cool or dumb it is. All right, ready?
What the heck?
Oh, we lost Adam's camera. That's okay. We're going to keep going.
Evidently the enter key on my number pad turns off my camera.
Wow.
Interesting.
More you know.
All right, so the first thing that was announced that I want to talk about is Tiny Tina's Wonderlands is coming early 2022. So I read this name initially. So this was happening when I was at work, and we had a pretty crazy day at work, so I wasn't able to watch it live. So I just saw like headlines of things, and then didn't really fully understand a lot of it until I went back and watched all of it. So when I read the headline for this, I was like, this sounds dumb. And then I watched the trailer and realized that it's just a fantasy world version of Borderlands, and I got so excited.
More specifically, it is almost legitimately Tiny Tina being the DM
Yeah.
and running her own Dungeons and Dragons game.
Yeah.
So it includes voice actors such as Andy Samberg, Wanda Sykes, Ashley Birch, and Will Arnett.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's gonna be so cool.
You watch the trailer and the guy is holding back dragon breath with gunfire, and how is that just not something that I need in my life?
And then there's something about a unicorn butt at some point.
I read into it a little bit. Evidently there's some kind of farting unicorn. I haven't played any Borderlands, but now I want to.
Yeah, this sounds so fun. I'm very, very excited for this.
Evidently, I had to look it up. Evidently, their equivalent of D&D is called Bunkers and Badasses.
I was gonna say like badasses and buttholes.
That's a pretty good name for it.
Close enough. But yeah, just like take the Borderlands formula and apply it to a more fantasy-rich setting. Like, how could that not be fun?
Yeah, no, I'm really excited for this. I think the Borderlands style will work super well in high fantasy. I didn't know I needed this in my life, but I'm very excited for it. All right, after that, we got an announcement for Metal Slug Tactics. So Metal Slug was traditionally an NES game. It was just kind of like a side-scrolling tank army type game. But they turned it into a tactics game, and I don't know if you guys watched this.
No.
Nope.
Oh, it looks so good. Hold on, sorry. Sorry, I started to play it, and audio coming through the podcast.
The audio
Anyways,
came through,
but
yeah.
the art style, like it's SNK, so think all the SNK like King of Fighters and stuff. It's that art style for like its animation cutscenes, but the pixelation or like the art style for the gameplay is like a pixelated like 16-bit style on a tactics grid, but it's not like a defined grid. It's kind of an ambiguous grid, it looks like. But it just looks so good. It looks like it's going to play really, really well. It's got a lot of fun, crazy characters and whatnot. I love tactics, obviously. Everyone knows that. It's my favorite genre. So, yeah. I wasn't expecting this, and I ended up being incredibly excited for it in the end.
Yeah, I have a fun story about Metal Slug.
Sure.
In that when I was in elementary school, I had a friend who said he played Metal Slug, and I did not believe that was a real video game because I didn't know that a slug was another word for an artillery.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought he was
about
talking about the animal slug made of metal, and I was like, "That's ridiculous. That's not a real video game." And little did I know, years later. Years later, he moved away, and before he moved away, I didn't realize it was a real thing until after he had already moved. So I never got to be like, "Hey, sorry."
Now I want a video game about a slug that's made out of metal.
I know.
All right. After that, we got a very weird trailer of Sam Porter Bridges from Death Stranding, and it's like he's in a room, and it's got some Metal Gear vibes. There's some guards in a maze-like area, And then Sam takes a box off a shelf and jumps in it, and it's giving really strange Metal Gear vibes, Solid Snake nonsense. And it makes you think, is he going to sneak around in this box? Is this just Metal Gear? What is happening? And it turns out that it is Death Stranding Director's Cut. Because, if there's anything we needed, it's for Death Stranding to be even more insane and nonsensical.
Even more Kojima.
So, yeah, that's happening. We're getting more information about that later. It's coming to PS5. Then we had Jeff Goldblum come on, and he started saying a bunch of buzzwords, and at one point he was like, you need to control something, and I was like, is Jeff Goldblum announcing Control 2? But it's just Jurassic World Evolution 2, which apparently I was looking up the open critic scores for Jurassic World Evolution, and people didn't really like it very much.
Yeah.
So that was a little bit of a letdown. I thought he was hyping up something really, really cool. A Korean MMO called Lost Ark is coming to the West in the fall. There's another MMO for those MMO fans out there. I feel like that doesn't need much discussion. There's a game called Sable. This was that game where that woman sang that thing, correct?
I did not watch any of these.
Oh, you're killing me.
Sorry, I'm looking through a few of them now.
Yeah, it's just like very interesting hand-drawn art style. Very intentionally low frame. It's a very visually interesting game, and like you're kind of running through a desert, and I don't know exactly what you're doing. You're on like a speeder bike. Think like Luke on Tatooine living day-to-day life, but maybe some magical stuff happens. Don't know a ton about this, but could be really cool. Among Us is getting some new modes. It's getting hide and seek, which I think could be really cool.
Yeah.
It's just another fun thing.
Yeah, I think they could make some really fun game modes in the Among Us framework, and hide and seek is definitely the top of the list.
Apparently they're adding new roles, so I interpret that as
like a doctor.
Yeah.
Like in what's that game? What's the game?
One Night Werewolf.
No, well,
Mafia.
Yeah, Mafia. Yes.
Yeah. So like I don't know if the doctor finds a dead body, they can bring him back to life or something. I think that'll be way more interesting because just having it be like, oh, you're either one of the 8 crew members or one of the 2 imposters. It's like, okay.
Yeah, I wonder if they actually took inspiration from things like Mafia and Werewolf. And
I'm sure they did.
Decided, that's how we make our game better.
With the exception of it being like a video game and there being more to do, it's much closer to the role dynamics in Secret Hitler. Where in Secret Hitler you have at max 10 players, 7 of them are liberals and 3 of them are fascists. It's not the same goal because there are different objectives to winning, but it's the same. Yeah. It's the same amount.
So this could be fun. We randomly played it for the first time in a long time. So if we got
they had more stuff, I'll go back and try. Just imagine oh yeah, that was the perfect kill, and then he just comes walking through the door didn't I just kill you?
Yeah.
So if they do add something like that with Doctor, it'll add a lot more counterplay versus
I think
a bit more strategy, perhaps.
Having more to do will be interesting. Like having a role that's not one of those 2 roles that currently exist, I think could really add so much to the game. Also,
so popular.
They're making a new map and new colors. One's called Banana, and you just have a banana on your head.
That's a color?
Yeah, they said new colors: maroon, ruby, banana. And they had it was really weird. So yeah, that'll be interesting. Kind of cool. We got Salt and Sacrifice. This is a sequel to Salt and Sanctuary, which is a online co-op roguelike dungeon crawler type thing.
Sorta, yeah.
It looks like web browser style graphics and whatnot. It doesn't appeal to me very much. I don't know if this one struck any interest with you guys whatsoever.
I played 30 minutes of Salt and Sanctuary.
Oh, what did you think?
I put it with my friend. Controls are a bit weird.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those things once you get into it and know what you're doing, it seems to be fun. My friend Dwayne loves it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a 2D Dark Souls, yes.
A little bit. Just like the bosses were definitely a little bit punishing. The combat's a little weird. I really don't know how to describe it. I kind of felt the controls were a little wonky myself. Like, it wasn't really flowing right for me. Like, does that make sense?
Yeah,
Sure.
I get what you're saying.
Like, moving around and doing what I want to do did not feel as smooth as I would want it to.
Mm.
That was kind of my only complaint about it. It's interesting, but I don't have much more to say on that.
Fair. We are getting, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the 2-point games, but we are getting a new 2-point game, 2-point Campus. This basically seems like it's modern day or new version of The Sims. There's
Oh, is that what it is?
Hospital, where basically it's The Sims, but it's a hospital. This one is like a college campus. Seems interesting. It's coming in 2022. We're getting new Tarkov stuff, which I wish Derek or Tikon was here to talk about because I don't have anything to say about that. Stranger Things is coming to Smite. I always forget that Smite skins are collabs. Like, there's Avatar skins in Smite, and you basically
Yeah, those are so cool.
some of the gods.
I
and
always
just replace
forget that Smite is a video game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was never a Smite player. So you can play as 11 or Hopper or a Demi Gorgon or whatever they're called. Here was something that was interesting to me. There's a game coming out called the Anacrusis.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a Left 4 Dead like, but it's coming out around the same time that Back 4 Blood, which is made by the Left 4 Dead people, is coming out. So it seems like a very bold choice to try to put out a Left 4 Dead game against a new Left 4 Dead game made by the Left 4 Dead people. So it looked.
We'll see.
It looked like a C-tier video game trying to do the same thing as Left 4 Dead. So I don't know if this is gonna succeed. I think it's gonna not do so hot. But who knows? We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. It could be like the surprise hit.
Any Vampire the Masquerade fans out there? Because it's getting a battle royale.
What?
Of course.
Yeah, Vampire the Masquerade Blood Hunt is a vampire battle royale. Because if you didn't think you needed one of those in your lives, you're getting one now.
Everything needs a good battle royale.
That's true. We're getting a new Tales game. I've personally never played any of them. Tales and Symphonia. The Tales of is the series, and then they each have a different thing. It's called Tales of Arise. I think we already knew this, but we finally got a trailer for it. So that's really cool. It's a action JRPG. So I know Dan Santos used to be a big fan of the Tales games, but I have no input on this. I don't know if you guys do or not.
No,
No,
I don't
nothing.
know anything about
Sorry.
the Tales series.
We're getting Fast and Furious vehicles in Rocket League.
Cool, but why would you ever not play as the DeLorean?
I think
Fair point.
I think I still have the DeLorean. They talked a little bit about Overwatch 2, just showed off Baptiste and Sombra, how their new designs have changed. As you can tell, things are getting a little bit less interesting as we're going on. Planet of Lana. It's a very interesting looking game. They referred to it as Off-Earth Odyssey. It's a hand painted game, so it kind of very slightly gives me Ori vibes, but like
I thought the same thing looking at the trailer. Like,
not as absolutely dummy gorgeous as Ori is, but it's got a similar hand drawn vibe to that.
Yeah.
Not sure if it's a Metroidvania, what it is, but it looks really cool. It looks really, really pretty. I like it for that reason. That's coming in 2022. It's made by Thunderful, which I think is the new name for the studio that made the SteamWorld games, correct?
I have no idea.
I don't
When
know.
you
I
say
don't
it
know,
was
man.
Thunderful Games.
Thunderful Games. Yes.
Cool.
SteamWorld.
Nail it. Monster Hunter Stories 2 got a new trailer. I skipped through that because not for me. Endless Dungeon got some gameplay shown. I think this is a multiplayer roguelike, I believe.
Okay, that could be interesting.
Yeah. 2B is coming to Fall Guys, which is really funny.
Yeah.
Got some news on COD Zombies, Far Cry 6. They talked to Giancarlo.
Wait. Dial that back a little bit. What about COD Zombies?
They announced Deviation Game Studio in a partnership with PlayStation. So the creator of Zombies has teamed with fellow Treyarch veteran Dave Anthony to start a new studio called Deviation Games. Furthermore, the studio will be partnering with PlayStation for their new IP. So basically, the guy who made COD Zombies, made their own studio.
Nice.
So keep an eye out for that.
I will.
We got some new Back for Blood gameplay, but again, a lot of the stuff that they said about this is also, we're getting more details later. I know we're getting more Back for Blood detailers later in the week. There's making Evil Dead the game,
But Jeff, these are world premieres.
Every time someone says the phrase world premiere, I want to shoot myself in the foot.
A little harsh.
Evil Dead the game. This just looks like Dead by Daylight and what's the other one that's like that game? There's two of them. Friday the 13th.
No.
Where it's like the asymmetric, like one big bad guy versus 4 survivors. It very much seems like that. So that was just about the whole thing, except the more thing. Jeff Keighley started to lose his shit at the end. And I was like, why is Jeff Keighley getting so incredibly excited over this, whatever this next game was? Although I already knew what it was because of this. So I was like, oh, I see what he's doing here. Because Derek texts us immediately, and this is the main big reason why I really wanted Derek to be on this episode. Elden Ring is real.
Yeah.
It got a release date.
Oh, wait, seriously, it did?
January 21st, 2022.
Really? 2022?
Elden Ring will be releasing. We got a gameplay trailer for it. It looks absolutely bonkers.
It looks so cool.
Yeah, world is really
perused
pretty.
The trailer a little bit.
There's like a horse that just like appears out of nowhere underneath you at times.
It looks like at one point he did a double jump with the horse.
Yeah.
Which is just nuts.
Yeah, all of the monster designs that they showed in like the hot reel at the end looked like really unique and wacky in like the most Dark Souls way. And like the combat looks like classic Dark Souls, but like with whatever new twists they've come up with, so it's like sweet.
Yeah, this world looks really cool.
I'm watching it again right now, and it does look. It just looks stunning.
I think the thing that stood out to me the most in this game, it may have some of the cleanest and coolest animations out of any video game I've ever seen. Like there's the part where he's fighting that boss with the like all the arms that kind of falls out of the sky at him. Just watching that boss move is so cool. Like I don't know, man. It just seems to move so realistically and fluidly. I don't know if you guys agree or not, but the animations so far that they've shown in some of these cinematic scenes are pretty astonishing.
Yeah, I'm watching it again right now, and now that you like point it out, it does look really smooth.
Yeah, it just feels natural, and it's weird to see such a unrealistic creature move in such a natural way.
Okay, like when animators when they get shown these things, like this is what we have to animate, they've got to think like, okay, how would something like that move?
Yeah. And
it just goes to some of their creativity of, okay, yeah, you nailed how this completely made up abomination would probably move, and I'm buying it. Which is just a credit to them.
Yeah.
It make it so convincing.
If I don't play Bloodborne before Elden Ring will be the game to get me to play a Souls-like.
Yeah.
It should really be Demon Souls.
Is this a PS5 game, or is it a?
It will also be coming to PS4 and Xbox One.
Oh, nice.
So worst case scenario, you will be able to play it on the PS4, Adam. Andrew, what are your thoughts? You didn't speak much about it yet.
On Elden Ring, I said it was. Did you not hear all the times I said it looked really fucking cool?
Oh, I just
I don't know. I've only played the 2 Souls games, and I don't have an affinity for like high fantasy or Lord of the Rings or Game of Thrones or anything like that. So I hope that this is a step in that direction for me. I've always wanted to get into Lord of the Rings, but I never have quite taken the leap. I've taken a dip as I've seen Fellowship of the Ring maybe 3 times in attempts, all 3 of them, to watch all of the Lord of the Rings movies. And I've never gotten past halfway through Two Towers. So I hope that this is the version of high fantasy that gets to me, because I think there's cool stuff about the world, and obviously everybody loves it for a reason. But I'm super pumped for it because I love the Soulsborne games now, and I want to see how the most modern version of that will play. Especially something that's like, because Sekiro is technically the most recent version, but it's such a unique take on it that it's almost not the most. It's almost not. It's like its own thing, right? So
yeah, it's bordering on its own.
Yeah, this feels like it's moving much closer back to the original Souls roots. So I want to see how that looks on the new consoles and everything. That being said, Jeff, I think it's time to play the sad horn and remove Tikon from this fantasy league.
Yeah, right? Because what's that? That's he's got God of War definitely
Ragnarok,
not coming out,
Elden Ring,
and Lego Star Wars.
And his other games are Final Fantasy 16 and Far Cry 6.
I don't have big hopes for Final Fantasy 16. Far Cry is definitely coming out, and Halo's I'm fairly certain coming out.
We hope.
So yeah, I guess we'll have to talk to Tikon and see if he's enough of his games aren't coming out where he's like, all right, I'm out.
Yeah.
Just let him.
Yeah.
And we'll fight for Halo and Far Cry.
I will not fight for them.
I would fight for Halo, but
of course you would.
Man, I have faith in Halo. But yeah, I guess that was everything that was announced at Summer Game Fest, or at least the Jeff Keighley kickoff live.
Yeah, because there was like another stream or something, right? I saw at one point 2 live streams, and then there was a bunch of other trailers for games. Like there was a 1-minute gameplay trailer for Solar Ash.
Yeah, that wasn't announced. It was announced here. I remember watching it. It looked cool, but it was like really quick and short.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looked really cool. There was a lot of like random small things trickling out all over the place. I'm gonna do a lot of work over the next week to get every interesting thing that happens into a single document, so that next week when we do our big E3 discussion, we have
there's gonna be much more
we
over
have
the
our
next
own
week.
Deep dive documented list on everything that gets announced.
Yeah, and then we can definitively decide who won E3.
Yeah,
we'll see.
That'll be fun. But I guess that's really it for Jeff Keighley. Also, there's some Axiom Verge 2 gameplay. I haven't checked out
a
yet.
lot of it.
Tunic. I forgot to talk about Tunic. That's like a Zelda-like that's coming. It's going to be an Xbox exclusive. It's this little fox, and it's basically The Legend of Zelda. That looks really cute and fun. I'm excited for that. But yeah, I guess the only thing left for us to do is some trivia.
Just me and Andrew.
So I didn't come up with any trivia this week, but I thought we would try something fun. So
yeah,
okay.
I Googled the phrase "video game trivia."
Oh boy.
Oh no.
And clicked on the first link. So this is icebreakerideas.com/video game trivia.
Oh god.
So this is just like the grab bag of trivia.
It's 80 questions. I don't know. I think we should decide
just
now.
do the first like 10.
You want to do
10? Good.
Want to do 10? All right, we will do the first.
10 is solid.
We will do the first.
We get a few extra minutes of content.
Okay.
I mean, at this point, like we've only been going for like an hour. Let's fucking do all 80.
It's possible. We'll see how we feel after 10. But I haven't looked at any of these, so I'm also going to participate.
Oh, so we're all gonna play? I love this.
3 of us are gonna do this, and
let's do all. Okay. Let's do all 80.
You want to do all 80?
Yeah, dude. Let's fucking.
I got nothing better to do. Let's do it.
Fucking all right. Let's go. 80 best video game trivia questions and answers from Icebreaker Ideas. All right, you guys ready for this?
Yeah,
sure.
This is the history of video games trivia section. I think it's broken up into sections. So here we go. Question number 1 from History of Video Games. What is the first commercially successful video game?
Oh god.
This is so stupid.
It's Pac-Man, right?
My guess is Pong.
I was gonna guess Pong as well.
Pong is
All
a
right.
good
answer.
Good guess.
It's Pong.
Yeah.
Adam and Jeff get a point. All right, we're gonna rapid fire these two. I don't want to
Okay.
spend a lot of time thinking about it.
Yeah.
What is the best-selling video game of all time? I feel like I've asked this.
Tetris.
You
Yeah,
think
it's got to be Tetris. I'm going with Tetris.
Isn't it? Is it not?
I'm gonna say Tetris.
I'm gonna say Wii Sports.
Oh, it's probably.
It's Minecraft.
Oh, that makes
sense. What year was the Super Nintendo Entertainment System released?
The Super Nintendo.
What year was
89.
the SNES release? You say 89?
Yeah.
88.
I think it was 92. I think it was the year
No.
I was born.
Uh-uh.
It's 91.
Wow.
Yeah, I knew it was really close to the year I was born.
Damn.
What is the highest-selling video game console to date? I know this for a fact.
Yeah, PlayStation 2.
Yeah, it's PlayStation 2.
Yeah, if you guys say
did you
so.
have a guess?
We're gonna
No.
guess. I was gonna say if you definitively know it, hold off and give everyone else a chance to
Yeah.
think.
What if we instead of
PlayStation
competing? What if instead of competing against each other, we just do collectively and see how many?
we can get. You want to do that?
I think that's fun.
Yeah, why not?
All right, so there's no
Just-
winner.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
just pool our brain power, see how many of
Okay,
these we can
so,
get.
so far we have 2 points then. We have 2 out of 80. All right. What year was Nintendo founded? When was their
1880.
When was their 100th anniversary?
Oh fuck, that's a
Cool.
good question.
Because they
It's in the
started with the Hanafuda cards. Yeah.
80s. I think it's 1885.
I'm gonna trust you. I know it's in the 1800s.
I'll
Yeah.
throw in 1886. Just give us a bit of a range here.
Well, we have to collectively agree on.
Oh,
an
we have to
answer.
collectively agree?
just
Oh, that's
say
all
it.
done.
I think it.
Five sounds right. I don't know why. It does.
All right,
Close
we'll,
enough.
We'll go 85.
Yeah.
I know it's old.
1889.
I knew it was somewhere in the 1880s.
All right. Blizzard Entertainment is most well known for what video game franchise? I feel like it's got to be World of Warcraft, right?
It's got to be World
It's
of Warcraft.
either that or Diablo or StarCraft.
Nah, it's got to be
most
World.
well known. It's got to be.
Yeah,
WoW.
you could
gotta be
say,
WoW.
say Warcraft.
World of Warcraft. Let's
Yep,
go.
easy.
All right. What video game company collaborated with Sony on the PlayStation? Nintendo did
Nintendo.
initially.
Yeah, wasn't there going to be a Nintendo PlayStation?
Yeah. So do we want to say Nintendo for this?
Well, what is it? It says what video game company?
Collaborated with Sony on the PlayStation. It was
Then,
Nintendo.
Yeah, Nintendo. Yeah.
Okay. Nintendo was originally intended to be an add-on to the SNES until the deal fell apart and the companies parted ways. Nice. What
Well,
product?
actually, might learn a few things.
What product did Nintendo first release before taking on the world of video games? These are Hanafuda cards.
Yeah, they're cards.
Yeah, they have playing cards. Fools.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Close.
The United States Air Force used what gaming console to create a cluster supercomputer? What video game? The Air Force?
A cluster supercomputer?
Wait, repeat.
What? The United States Air Force used what gaming console to create a cluster
Is Jeff frozen?
supercomputer?
This video froze at least.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. This,
Okay. You guys didn't freeze for me at all.
Okay. Well, actually, so this is a funny story. There's actually a professor at URI who has about 40 stripped PlayStations that he's currently using as a supercomputer array.
So you
So
think
do you
it's
think
the
it's a
PlayStation?
PlayStation?
It could be a PlayStation. I know we have a
I think
professor.
it
who's
might
got-
be. I
he's
think it
got
might be
like 40
something
of them.
weird, like the.
The Intellivision or something?
Yeah,
like that?
yeah.
The Master System.
Fuck.
I feel like PlayStation's a good guess.
PlayStation's a good.
Yeah, he's
guess
just
for that.
using them for. He's stripped. They're stripped of all the software and he's using them for raw computing power.
All right, we're gonna say PlayStation. It was the PS3.
Oh, okay.
That
was-
makes sense. 'cause
pretty
that,
close.
That was a super powerful thing back in the day. What
Yeah.
food was the character Pac-Man modeled after? That's pizza. That's easy, right?
I would assume. Yeah.
Wait, do you not know
Yes.
this?
No.
So the story is that they were trying to like develop a new video game, and they went out to pizza, for pizza to like think, and one person took a single slice out of the pizza, and they're like, "That's a video game right there." That was Pac-Man. Think about it. If you take a single,
is that legit?
that is legit. Look up
Huh.
this.
That sounds like something somebody could make up.
Pac-Man creator Toru Iwatani was eating pizza when he came up with the idea for the beloved character.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's almost too
Perfect
much
sense.
In the original arcade version of Donkey Kong, what was the name of the character would later be known as Mario? That's Jumpman.
Jumpman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Jumpman.
Yeah. What is the best-selling handheld gaming system to date? The DS.
Nintendo DS.
right?
Yeah.
Do you agree, Adam?
It's probably most likely.
All
It's
right.
either that or the Game Boy.
It's the DS.
Yeah.
What was the first video game character to have a balloon featured in the Macy's Day Thanksgiving Parade? I think it's
first?
God.
I think it's Pikachu.
Do you think so?
I don't think there
It
were
wouldn't be
any.
Mario.
I don't think the
Pikachu
video games
was, like,
were mainstream
cute and
enough
lovable.
until Pokemon. I
Yeah,
think
it was.
Pokemon was a video game first, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think it's Pikachu.
Yeah,
I
go
could see it
for
being
Yeah.
Pikachu.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it was Sonic the
What?
Hedgehog.
Yeah, that
Oh, okay. That also.
I would have never guessed Sonic the Hedgehog. What is the most?
I think it makes a lot of sense.
What is the most expensive video game made to date? I'm assuming
Expensive?
this means like money that went into making the game.
Yeah. Oh, I feel like I heard this recently.
When
or
was
know
this?
it.
Hold on. Does this?
Yeah. Like, when do
This
we
is
cap
from October
ourselves?
12th, 2020. What was the most
Oh,
expensive
okay.
video game made to date? If it's based on inflation, it might be Final Fantasy VII.
Maybe.
But if it's not
Wait,
inflated,
do you think it would be a later Final Fantasy?
like 15.
No, like 10 or 13.
I have no idea. If it's inflation, I think Final Fantasy VII's up there as one of the most expensive.
I feel like I'm gonna kick myself after I hear this.
Yeah.
It'll probably make sense once we know it.
I
What
don't
about
know.
Cyberpunk? How much money did they put into Cyberpunk?
Not enough. I
Clearly.
feel like I know this somewhere in the back of my head, but I just can't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
We're gonna hit ourselves.
What do you want to go with?
I mean, I like your answer, assuming it's an
Yeah.
inflation-based question.
Okay, I guess we're going with Final Fantasy VII. Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah, that
Really?
makes sense.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Really?
What was the first virtual reality headset created? What year was the
The
first?
vir-
What year was the first virtual reality headset? I
Does
have no
Virtual
clue.
Boy count?
I
Does-
got
does
to.
that-
I got to imagine it would have been before that. And what was the Virtual Boy, like 89?
Something like that.
So you're thinking before then. I was thinking if it's not the Virtual Boy, then it's like the Oculus.
Oh, if you think the Virtual Boy is the first, then that would have been like 89.
Yeah.
Do you want to
when
go with
did
that?
I mean, I'm thinking like Oculus Rift.
No way.
It's existed in some form before
Technically,
that.
the
Around
Virtual Boy.
2012. Well, this just says virtual reality headset, not console.
Virtual Boy was a headset.
Was it?
Yeah.
Fuck. Then, what year did the Virtual
Yeah.
Boy come out?
I think 89.
Let's go
Are
with
we,
that.
allowed,
one.
are we allowed to Google it?
No.
Or at
that's-
least the
Oh,
release
yeah,
date?
That's cheating.
Defeats the point of trivia.
Then say 89.
All right, 89. 95.
Huh.
The Virtual.
Really?
Did the Virtual Boy come out that late? When
Okay,
did the
that
Virtual
we
Boy
can
come out?
Google.
Yeah, it came out in 95.
Damn.
Huh. Go figure.
What crowdsourced funding platform is responsible for the success of the Oculus Rift?
Speaking of Oculus Rift,
Yeah.
Crowd.
it was Kickstarter,
There's
right?
got to be Kickstarter. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
gotta
either
be.
Kickstarter or
It's not
GoFundMe.
GoFundMe. Want to go Kickstarter?
No, it's got to be Kickstarters for the cool stuff.
All right. Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. How much did a virtual reality device cost in 1980? Based on your question 15, where the first one came out in 1995, it didn't cost anything because they didn't exist yet. I don't know.
That's true.
$1 million is dumb.
Did they mean to make or to buy?
I couldn't tell you. This is a dumb one.
This is a dumb question. $1,000.
This is $49,000. The iPhone 1, but spelled EYE.
What?
Sure. What is the name of the science fiction writer in the 1930s that predicted virtual reality? Why are there so many virtual reality questions? This is
Because
dumb.
it's a fun topic.
Is this Orwell?
George Orwell?
Do you know a sci-fi writer from the 1930s?
No, didn't George
Mm.
Orwell write stuff in like what year did 1984 come out?
1983.
Like in the 40s. Well, was it?
I don't know.
No, it was well before.
That was a joke.
Let's go with Orwell. Why not? It's the only
George
one.
Orwell died in 1950.
All right, Orwell. Stanley Weinbaum.
Yep.
This is bad. This is worse than Derek's trivia. What year was the
I mean,
first
these are
prototype of
probably
the home-based
facts.
video game console developed? 76?
Sure, why not?
It's got to be in that range.
Yeah.
67.
Oh wow, earlier than I thought.
Who released the first flight simulator game? I'm just gonna hit show answer.
Microsoft.
Yeah, it's got to be Microsoft.
It was Microsoft. Nice guess. I thought I was asking for an individual person.
That's not a guess.
I thought it was like for a person. What
That's not a
popular
guess,
dining?
Because when I was looking up the top 10 games of the 80s, Microsoft Flight Simulator is a game in the 80s.
What popular dining franchise is the founder of Atari also responsible for? So, like the people who made Atari, what dining franchise did they also make?
Like
A
a
restaurant?
restaurant?
Yeah, dining franchise. Yeah,
Cracker Barrel.
Sonic,
No, I don't think so.
Atari.
Who owns Atari?
Atari owns Atari.
Really? Well, then what does Atari own?
That's
R&B? A&Ws?
that sounds good to me. A&W,
Yeah, why not?
Chuck E. Cheese.
What?
What?
The people who own Atari founded Chuck E. Cheese.
That's
It's
hilarious.
incredible. What
The more you
position
know.
did the creator of Game Boy have at Nintendo?
What?
What position did the creator of Game Boy have at Nintendo?
I'm gonna guess it's something weird. Like
Janitor.
Yeah,
Custodial director.
A janitor.
that. Yeah.
You know it had to be some dumb bullshit answer because of all these dumb bullshit answers. All right, this next section is called
Now, some of these are actually pretty interesting.
Easy.
Oh, well, now we're getting out of the history stuff.
So yeah,
Okay.
this next section
I like
is called
history.
Easy Video Game Trivia.
Okay.
Oh,
What inspired game maker Satoshi Tajiri to create the character Pokemon?
What? Wait,
catching insects as a kid.
Yeah, it was bugs. He was obsessed with bugs
Yeah.
as a kid.
I didn't know that.
Butterflies.
You didn't?
I'm giving it to us.
Yeah, he based
A
the
butterfly
idea.
is a bug.
He based the idea off of when he used to catch butterflies and bugs as a kid.
What is a frag? A grenade.
A grenade.
Yeah.
That's not even a video game question. That's just a question.
The Umbrella Corporation is a fictitious pharmaceutical company in what game?
Resident Evil, baby.
We're killing it. We're so good at this.
Yeah.
Mario first appeared in what video game? Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Mario Bros.
No, it's
Unless
Donkey
you
Kong.
count Jumpman as Mario.
We're splitting some hairs here.
They have
Now
they-
this is where we have to get into the meta of
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
because we're like, what does this website think it is?
They put Donkey Kong. I gave us the point. What is
Yeah.
Mario's dinosaur sidekick?
Yoshi.
Yoshi. Bring ha.
It's Yoshisaurus T. Munchakoopa.
The Munchakoopa gets me every time.
Yeah.
I always forget he has an actual name.
Nintendo owns two of the most popular game franchises ever. The net worth of these two franchises equal the combined total of the remaining 8 franchises in the top 10. What are they? Zelda and Mario.
Gotta be Zelda and Mario.
Or is it Pokemon?
Wait,
and
Pokemon.
Mario?
Pokemon's up there as well.
I gotta imagine it's
lost
Zelda.
on that question.
Nintendo owns two of the most popular gaming franchises ever. The net worth of these two franchises equal the combined total of the remaining 8 franchises in the top 10. What are they?
Yeah, Mario and Pokemon.
You think it's Pokemon?
Pokemon's so huge. You don't
It's-
understand.
Okay.
It's crazy.
It's Mario and Pokemon. You right.
Yeah. It just edges out Zelda a little bit.
How many American household plays video games?
Yes.
10,000 million.
Yeah, I'm not even
Sure.
don't even bother answering that
How-
question.
Approximately 2/3 with a distribution of 60% male and 40% female.
Wait.
That's under easy questions. What? In
This
Minecraft,
is- you did Google video game trivia, Jeff.
what typically results in setting an Enderman on fire? The sun?
Wait. No, what happens when you set nothing?
It's
He just takes damage.
What results
Or
from
what result?
from setting an Enderman on fire?
Doesn't he just attack you?
Yeah, he just takes damage. There's nothing
Enderman
special
usually
happens.
teleports to water for safety when set on fire, but then
That's
drown. So getting Enderman on fire effectively results in their suicide.
oh. Huh.
I'm not going to
Weird.
miss the point on that one.
I didn't know that.
What are the paintings in Minecraft molded after?
The paintings?
What?
Molded after?
Molded?
It must be like modeled, is what they're trying to go for.
Oh yeah, it's modeled.
It says modeled.
Yeah.
Dyslexia.
Dyslexia.
Real drawings? I don't know,
Sure.
man.
The pictures?
Paintings in Minecraft.
It's like, do they mean the drawings themselves?
Oh, I'm gonna guess it's like old Microsoft Windows like screensaver backgrounds.
Counter-Strike maps.
Okay, I was
Weird.
it was just as weird as
Again,
my answer.
we're in the easy question section.
Oh boy.
There's
Shows how
Dude.
much we know.
there are 4 Minecraft questions in a row. In
Minecraft's
Minecraft,
the
what
top-selling
real life
video game of all
animal
time.
portrayed the sound effects for the ghast enemies? I don't even know what a ghast is. Are those like floating squids in the nether?
Yeah.
What real life animal gave the sounds? It says portrayed the sounds, like an animal can do a portrayal of something.
I don't know. They sound like babies, not
I'm
animals.
gonna guess a goat.
That's a good guess. No,
Cat.
because it's more whiny. It's closer to a cat.
It was a cat.
Oh,
Cat
okay.
was the you were saying the answer is cat, not
Yeah.
that wasn't your guess.
Yeah.
Uh,
Sorry.
I was gonna guess a cat too,
All right,
Jeff.
give us a point. Go us. In Minecraft, what is the group of Endermen called?
A group?
Yeah, you know, like a
Mu-
murder of crows, a gaggle of
Fucking-
geese.
I don't know, a bunch of fuckers. Like they like what? Endermen.
I'm
That's the
just
thing?
gonna show the answer.
Yeah.
A haunting of Endermen.
How is that an easy question? Why are there 2 Enderman questions?
Who made these questions? Who is the Nintendo character Mario's namesake?
Mario
Charles Martinet?
No. It's I just fucking read this. It was their landlord.
Yeah.
Yes, and he let them slide a little bit, I think.
I don't remember his last name, but it was their
Yep,
landlord.
Nintendo landlord Mario Segale. I'm giving it to
Segale.
us.
Yeah.
What is the name of the first video game to be played in outer space? Probably Minecraft.
No, it's not. It's I know this.
Do you?
I used to. I heard it
Tetris.
recently.
It has to be Tetris.
Just say Tetris.
Sure.
I feel like it's not that, but
StarCraft. Someone played. They brought a PC up to space to play StarCraft.
yeah.
What video game franchise has racked up over $1 billion in lawsuits?
Lawsuits.
Lawsuits. $1 billion in lawsuits. Fortnite from the dances?
Yeah.
Could be.
Do you have a
Is
better
there any
answer?
controversial video games in like the 2000s?
The quiz is from 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say Fortnite. That's a good answer.
Grand Theft Auto. That's right.
Okay.
Lindsay Lohan sued them because she thought she looked like the girl with the cell phone in the bikini.
Oh, right.
So dumb. What organization hosts a biannual charity event on Twitch revolving around speedruns? Games
I
Done Quick.
wonder. Yeah, Games Done Quick.
Bam. What is the average of gamers in the United? I kid you not. This says what is the average of gamers in the United States?
I'm going to guess they're going for average age.
I'm gonna guess 5 inches.
Oh, being generous, are we?
I'm also guessing age, and my guess is gonna be like 32.
My guess,
like
yeah.
30s,
My guess
somewhere
is,
in the 30s.
I mean, no. Think about how young gamers are nowadays. I'm gonna guess like 25.
Yeah, but think about how many old gamers there are who have been playing since the 80s.
Less so than the amount of new kids playing Fortnite.
You want to go
Fair point.
25?
I'm going 25.
It's 35. I told you.
Oh wow, so
Wow.
you were closer. Still wrong.
What United States president was asked and declined to voice the in-game president character in Fallout 3? That would have been George Bush, right? W.
Probably.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Bill Clinton? I guess it would.
How many living presidents are there? Yeah.
I guess in my mind it would have been who the acting president was.
No,
But
I
that-
feel
that
like
would've
there's
been
no way they can
Obama.
get the acting president to do that.
What world market generates the most revenue in the video game industry? What world market generates the most
What?
China?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
For
got to
mobile
be.
games?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's China.
Hey, what question number are we on? I've lost count.
That was 18, and there were
What?
20.
What?
There were 22 in the first section. It's broken up by section.
Oh, okay.
So we've done
Okay.
30 so far.
Jesus, okay.
We can stop at any time. I'm fine with that. What problem plagues up to 40% of virtual reality users? Motion sickness?
Yeah, easily.
Yeah.
Gotta be.
What gaming console was largely considered a flop and before its time and effectively ended Sega's console effort in 2001? That's the Dreamcast.
Yeah, baby.
Mhm.
What percentage of gamers considered online gaming a family bonding activity?
It's gotta
Forty.
be low.
I'm going to give it to us if we're within 10%.
Yeah.
I'll say I think
30.
30.
30. I'm going 30.
35? Let's do 35.
35.
33.
Wow.
Giving
where'd
us
the
a
best
point.
Within 3%.
What country tried to put a ban on midnight gaming? What the fuck does that even mean? Canada? I don't know.
These are stupid questions.
South Korea. That makes sense. What
does
popular
midnight
video game
gaming-
character inspired the name of a human gene? Earthworm
Gene?
Jin.
No, it's Sonic the Hedgehog.
It is Sonic the Hedgehog. The
Yeah,
SHH
I knew
gene.
that.
What was Steve Wozniak, the co-founder of Apple's favorite game?
Easy video game questions, my ass. How do these not fall under the history category? It's the same thing.
Marathon.
What?
What is Marathon?
It was the game that Bungie made before Halo.
That's when you run 26 miles. That's not a video game.
Marathon. Do you guys have a guess? I'm looking at the answer. If you guys can get it right, it's not Marathon. If you get it right, I'll give us a point.
Steve Wozniak?
Yeah,
Pac-Man. I don't know.
Tetris. I don't
it
know.
was Tetris. Point for us.
Yeah.
What games did the famous actor Robin Williams reportedly name his child after? It's not reportedly. He did. That's fact. It's
Yeah,
Zelda.
Zelda.
Yeah.
Oh, apparently, he had a son named Cody from Final Fight. All right, these are hard video game trivia questions.
Watch these be easier.
In the original Legend, they're going to be easier. In the original Legend of Zelda, what was the maximum number of rubies? Why was it set to 255?
Because that was the maximum character limit of the NES computer.
Capacity
something like
restraints of integer values in an 8-bit system. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you go by 8-bit, 256 is I think where it caps. So
Yeah.
But you also
If
have
you
to
hit-
have 0 as a thing. So,
yeah, and so you're down. So
what was the first gaming console to have internal memory?
The Super Nintendo, or the Nintendo
Xbox.
Entertainment System, right?
No.
Internal? What does
No,
it
'cause
mean
you-
by that?
So
Like,
the
no
stuff
memory
is,
card
Yeah, the
needed.
stuff is saving onto the console
Oh.
itself. I think it's the Xbox. Because
No,
because
you definitely needed memory cards for the first Xbox, right?
no,
yeah, but really?
no.
Because you needed them on a GameCube.
I
You
know
need them for
you need a
PlayStation
GameCube
2.
and PS2. I don't think you need it. I think it's the Xbox. You had it on Dreamcast too.
What about Xbox 360?
I think it's the Xbox.
Hayden, did you have an original Xbox? Did you need memory cards? Original Xbox.
The Sega Saturn
Huh.
shipped with 1 megabyte of internal memory. Interesting.
We've come a long
Oops.
way.
What game did the character Sonic first appear in? Probably not Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, it was the Sega Saturn. You're wrong. It was the Sega Saturn. Sorry, what?
What game did Sonic first appear in?
Sonic the Hedgehog.
I don't think
What's
it's.
that?
I think he
Yeah,
guest
It's gotta be
probably
a trick.
wrong.
he guest appeared in something else first,
Really?
like some sort of puzzle game.
I don't know.
I don't know it.
Let's just say Sonic. Sonic 1.
Nope. He was first in a game called Red Mobile.
Huh.
Interesting.
The reference to a stolen street roll has been a running gag with what game developer? Bethesda.
A stolen what roll?
Sweet roll.
Huh.
It's Bethesda.
Bethesda?
They talk
Sure.
about it in Skyrim all the time.
Okay.
Bethesda, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Never heard that before.
In the game BioShock, what was the original name for the gene bank? I don't even know what that is. I didn't play BioShock. Adam, you just
Yeah.
played BioShock.
I know what it is. I did play BioShock.
Yeah.
I don't know what the original name for it was supposed to be.
All right, I'm just going to click the answer. Plasmiquick?
Oh, yeah, because
I heard that. I've heard that before.
the name makes sense, but
What is the name of the planet that is home to the game Gears of War? I always thought Gears of War was on like a futuristic Earth.
yeah, isn't it Earth?
No, I don't think it is.
Yeah.
Sarah?
Nope.
What was the
Doesn't
weapon
play.
choice? What was the weapon choice nearly cut from Gears of War over creative differences? The saw, the chainsaw. That's like the big Gears of War thing, right? The chainsaw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chainsaw. Bam.
Wow. Why two Gears of War questions?
What time period was LA Noir modeled after? Wasn't that like
The
the
1920s.
was it
Yeah.
the 20s? I thought it was the 50s.
Maybe it might be the 50s.
50s. Yeah,
I think
go
it's the-
50s.
I think it's the 50s. The 40s. Damn it.
Close.
Close enough.
What is the name of the siren character in Borderlands?
Oh, Lilith.
Lilith. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Lilith. Yep. You're right. In Alan
Yeah.
Wake, what is unique about the creative process for the game's enemies? I've never played Alan Wake.
I have no
Neither have
fucking
I.
idea.
Enemy characters were created by pouring water over the original artwork for a smeared look. Interesting. What country refused to provide a rating for Fallout 3 due to morphine use in the game? Name a country. Australia.
France.
If
South
any of us
Korea.
are right, I'm giving us a point. It was Australia.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
What American
Weird.
car manufacturer inspired the cars in Fallout 3? That has to be Ford, right? That's like the all-American car, and that's what Fallout is. It's like, oh, it happens in the 50s or the 40s when it's like everything's about, oh, America and white picket fence.
Sure,
It's
go
got to
for
be
it.
Ford.
Yeah, why not?
It's Ford. Nice.
Yeah, nice.
In 2011, an online puzzle gamer solved what biochemical mystery, Adam?
I'm a physicist. Wrong science.
I think I'd put this. This was in a project that I did in high school.
Okay.
I don't remember anything about it.
Identified the crystal structure of AIDS virus and had previously been unsolved by scientists for 15 years.
Yes,
Neat.
that is correct.
What band has made more sales off of its Guitar Hero album than any of its actual recorded albums?
What?
Guitar Hero. Who did Aerosmith? Who had Guitar Hero games?
It
was Aerosmith.
off its Guitar Hero album. What does that mean?
Guitar Hero album?
My guess is Dragon Force.
Probably.
People love Dragon Force in Guitar Hero, but don't
Well-
actually listen to Dragon
But
Force.
what does it mean by Guitar Hero album? Like
Maybe
the
like
album
DLC?
that features a
No,
Guitar Hero song?
maybe they get the money from the DLC. I'm gonna say Dragon Force.
Dragon Force is a good guess.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Oh, it was Aerosmith. But
See,
these
I-
morons spelt it ARROW. Smith.
Well, maybe there's a real band that's Aerosmith, but it's spelled that way.
This is painful.
This is this sucks.
What classic video game was named because the creator misunderstood a translation? Eris.
Yes.
Donkey Kong was named because the creator thought that donkey meant stupid in English. That's really funny.
What?
What game franchise did the creator pay to have negative press coverage to promote the game?
Oh, that's Earthbound, I think. No?
It's Grand Theft Auto.
Really?
What is the
Earthbound is the Earthbound. I was thinking along the lines because Earthbound's all of Earthbound's promotion was like, this game stinks.
What is the name of the video game designed to treat depression?
All
Animal
of them.
Crossing.
Why not?
Sparks with an X.
Never heard of it.
What does Brazil? Why does Brazil charge 120% on video games? For import reasons, I think.
Sure.
An old law on the books in Brazil classifies video games as gambling, resulting them in having extra tax. What ailment was
Okay.
Nintendo sued and lost for, resulting in payouts?
What?
Is it epileptic seizures because of that episode of Pokemon?
That makes
Ooh,
sense.
yeah.
Wouldn't that be the Pokemon company, or does Nintendo still?
This is another one. It's the blisters from playing Mario Party.
That's right.
How many people sing the opening song to Skyrim?
What?
16.
How many? Oh, you mean like how many people are in the choir? Do you know that?
No, I'm guessing 30.
Okay. 30.
Sure. Why not?
But they layered it so it sounds like 90. What planet is most similar to the scalable size of the Minecraft world? Pluto?
Oh, it's actually huge. I'm gonna go with Jupiter.
No.
Really?
Jupiter's. You don't
Trust me.
understand how big Jupiter is.
No, trust me. I think it's deceptively big if you scale it Minecraft size.
All right.
It's
Neptune.
okay.
Yeah.
What was the original intent of The Sims? Porn?
Really?
You think?
Do you know that?
No. It was an architecture simulator.
Okay,
Huh.
that's the more PG version.
Okay. Do you want to keep going? We don't have a
How
lot
many do we have
left.
left?
Let's
Yeah,
see,
we're
6,
already
we've made
far.
it this far.
11. Oh, we only have 11 left.
Yeah, let's
We gotta
fucking
finish.
power through.
Okay, here we go. Is this? Yeah. This is internet entertainment influencers in gaming trivia.
Oh.
What video game franchise does Rooster Teeth use for their show Red and Blue? That's Halo.
Yeah.
No, I think it's actually it's Halo.
What popular streaming service launched in June 2011 allows content creators to stream video games? That's Twitch,
Yeah.
which we are currently streaming live on right now. When
Yeah.
Google created a playable Pac-Man game for its homepage in 2010, how many hours of gameplay did it see from the collective internet? Probably like over 1 billion.
Easily over 1 billion.
I don't know. I think 1 billion is a lot, you guys.
500 million? I don't know.
I'll say 3 million.
5 million.
Let's see.
You were close.
Okay.
What
I was
video
close.
game is taken so seriously in South Korea it's officially recognized as an e-sport? A
League of
lot, but
Legends?
probably League of Legends.
Maybe
Mhm.
StarCraft.
It's StarCraft. That was dumb. Like,
Did I say StarCraft fast enough to get it?
I'll give it to us.
Yeah.
The question was dumb. There's a lot. It's officially recognized as an e-sport. You mean,
Like
like-
E-Sport.
yeah, you mean like dozens of video games? The Obama campaign paid for in-game advertising in what game? This has to be Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
or Minecraft?
No, it's not Minecraft. It's Grand Theft Auto.
Burnout Paradise?
What?
Oh.
All right, this last section is called movie based on video games trivia.
Oh,
God.
What is the
Whoa.
highest grossing movie based on a video game?
It was.
And this is in 2020? Sonic the Hedgehog.
October
Yeah.
2020. No, we watched it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was.
No,
was
that was
2020.
2020.
That was the beginning of 2020. You
Yeah.
think it's Sonic?
I mean,
It broke
based,
the
based
record.
on the track record of this article, it probably doesn't say it, even though that is objectively truth.
Detective Pikachu.
That's
It must
false.
not have been
That's
updated.
just not a true fact.
John Leguizamo, I can never say his name, and Bob Hoskins portrayed which video game brothers? It's Mario and Luigi.
Yeah.
Okay. What movie franchise influenced the creation of the game Doom?
What movie franchise?
Movie
Evil Dead?
franchise.
I think Evil Dead.
Is
That
Evil
makes
Dead
sense.
like a shooter?
Oh,
Or I
no,
mean, does
I was
Evil...
wrong. You're not getting
What is it?
Aliens.
Huh.
Oh,
No, I
Aliens?
think I knew
Aliens
that.
was the influence for Metroid, I'm pretty sure.
That's true.
Mortal Kombat was originally developed as a licensed game version of what popular movie before licensing deals fell through and the game was released independently? Mortal Kombat was originally developed as a licensed game version of what popular movie?
Bloodsport.
That's
Are
a
there
good
any-
guess.
Is Bloodsport a popular movie?
Yeah, Bloodsport.
Oh,
Yeah.
Good shit.
Good guess.
What Mortal Kombat character was created based off of widely circulated rumors, but was actually an unintentional error code in the original arcade game? This is Reptile, because Reptile is just a green version of Scorpion and Sub-Zero, and it was actually just an error code.
Huh.
The Red Scorpion. Oh no, Ermac. Oh, that's right. I forgot about Ermac. It was an error code, and it said ERMAC5, error macro code 5, and then they just turned him into an actual character named Ermac.
That's hilarious.
What Vin Diesel film was sued for its original title Diablo by Blizzard Entertainment, who already had a game by the same name? What Vin Diesel film was sued for its original title Diablo?
Oh, so it was originally called Diablo.
Oh,
So Blizzard had Diablo. So I guess one of Vin Diesel's movies was
Triple
originally
X?
going to.
Fast and Furious.
no, it's got to be Triple X. What else has Vin Diesel been in besides
I don't know
Fast and
what. I don't even
Furious?
know what Triple X is.
A Man Apart. Yeah, get out of here. All right. So in the end, we got 25, 30, 38 out of how many was it? 80?
80.
We didn't
That's
even
pretty.
get half.
That's pretty close. I mean,
Some of those are kind of dumb.
A lot
Like
of
very
it's,
niche,
a lot of
absolute
them are
bullshit.
really dumb.
very
yeah.
niche facts.
Yeah,
But I mean, lesson learned. Just make trivia next time.
Yeah, I wasn't
Or
sure what
ask,
to have
like-
the topic be, and everyone bailed. So
If you're ever unsure, just ask me. I'll whip something up.
fair enough. I figured we'd try this at least once and see how it went.
Well,
I didn't
now we
think
know
were gonna
never to do
all
it again.
80. All right, well, that brings us to the end of this episode of the Game Shark podcast. Thank you very much for listening. If you stuck through all 80 of those trivia questions, I'm sorry, and thank you. I don't know. You can check us
Maybe you learned something.
You can check us out streaming live on Twitch at twitch.tv/GameSharks podcast. We stream 7 p.m. Eastern time on Thursday nights every week. You can find our website, thegamesharks.com, where we have a bunch of reviews in progress. I think Andrew, we decided, is going to review Ratchet & Clank.
Maybe.
I might write up a thing for the Yuffie DLC. It depends on how big and in-depth it gets and how much I want to talk about it. But yeah, we got some stuff in the works. And obviously, you can go check out my Resident Evil 8 review while you're there. Jose streams on Twitch just about every day. Haywire_J. Go check him out there. And you can send us an email at gamesharkspodcast@yahoo.com, just like Mike did. And send us any discussion questions that you have. If you want to have us talk about, or if you get excited about anything that happens during E3 or Summer Games Fest over the next week, send us an email so you can be a part of the discussion for our next week's episode. Just a heads up, next week's episode is going to be only E3 discussions, no news, no what we've been playing, no trivia, just E3 discussions. So,
and with any luck, we'll have a lot of cool things.
Oh, there's going to be a ton of stuff to talk about. It's going to take us the whole
Zelda,
time.
come on. Zelda.
Starfield is going to be there. That is confirmed.
Who said that? Is that
Jason
new?
Schreier.
Oh, I thought that was Jeffy Grub.
Both of them.
Anyways, I do believe with that we are in